They basically sent me an email I have here with me, and it's asking me if I wanted to read my journal entry from 7 years ago. Hey Les, happy official summer. Today, I want to talk about something that is so important to everyone, and it's also something that I get asked so much in real life, which is how do I stay positive and happy every single day? And am I actually positive and happy every single day in real life? So the first answer is that yes, I am always positive and happy every day, as obnoxious and as annoying as that sounds. Of course, there are ups and downs in my day. I'm only human. However, I always do manage to wake up happy and excited for the day, as well as going to bed happy and content and grateful. And a second answer, how do I do this? So I actually used to always just say that I'm innately very optimistic. I was just really blessed and I was born like this until a month ago I received this mysterious email from this website called penzu.com, which is essentially an online journaling platform.
Which I'm not sponsored by them. I don't use them anymore. I don't even know anyone else who uses them. But
they basically sent me an email I have here with me, and it's asking me if I wanted to read my journal entry from 7 years ago. So I have it here with me, so I'm just going to read it out loud for you guys. Today has been quite a stressful day at work. I realized that I need to do something effective to control my mind in order to be a top performer and not allowing my focus or productivity affected by small things. I read on elite.com that people who write down what they are grateful for each day has higher chance of remaining grateful and calm through the day. I shall start doing that from today. We got this. How incredible. So I have to admit I was completely mind blown when I read this first, because I clearly have been writing a grateful journal for the past 7 years, but now I wake up and that's the first thing I do, and I don't even overthink about it, and it's already having ingrained as part of my system, part of my living. So I sat down and wrote down all the things, small things that I do that has completely transformed my mindset, my well-being, and just how I operate every single day. So I'm going to share them with you, and hopefully you guys can get inspired and motivated, because it's never too late to start. And I am a firm believer in once you control those negative voices and those overthinking patterns in you, your life will completely be transformed for the better. So if you want to know how you can be as positive and happy and resilient as any other successful person out there, keep watching. First and foremost, have a solid morning routine. So I wake up every single day between 6:30 to 7, depending on the day through the week. But usually during weekday, I get up at 6:30, and I have an entire routine that I like to do solo, only by myself. If you want to know what I have been doing for my morning routine, check out a video over here, which is something that I uploaded at the beginning of this year, and it should give you a general idea of what you can do, and of course apply whatever resonates with you. And one thing I really want to say, actually two things. Number one, you don't have to be a morning person in order to have a solid morning routine. Just because you wake up slightly later than those morning birds, you don't have to rush through your morning. And secondly, why do I firmly believe having a solid routine works? I'm a pianist, I play piano, and for me, if I try to perform a piece in front of people, if the start of the piece I really mess up, it's really hard for me to continue, and it's really hard for me to make the performance perfect. So if I start off on a high note, quite literally, my entire piece and performance will be golden. It's basically what we do when we wake up and when we start our day. If you build the momentum to be extremely positive, extremely grateful, extremely sunshine filled, you can always start your day on a very positive note, and then throughout the day you can just build up on that momentum and you will get there. And I have my personal rule, I don't get off my bed until I feel so grateful, so lucky, and so excited to start my day. Number 2, reduce your screen time. I'm begging you. So it's really interesting because among my friends in my inner circle, I'm probably the one person has the most social media presence. Most of my friends are in finance or in business, so they don't really use Instagram. They barely use TikTok. I actually never get on Instagram unless I feel like I want to post something, and I never look at other people's stories unless they're so close to me. I literally have people in my life who get offended because they're like, why aren't you checking my stories, Angelina? And to me, I think if I want to know what they're doing and I want to check in, I would just text or call or ask for an in-person meetup. I use timers to control how much I spend on every single platform, every single app, and just my general screen time. So to start with, on Instagram, you can go to the setting and set daily timer that you want to set yourself as a limit to spend on Instagram. For me, I set 15 minutes per day because I do run another e-commerce brand, and sometimes I use that account to browse inspirations, and that always costs a little bit more time. Honestly, that is a lot. My goal is to reduce it to 30 minutes. On my phone, I also do use an iPhone timer, which honestly comes with your iPhone, and I'm surprised how many people don't know that. So for me, I set my iPhone screen time from 7 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. and it's extremely straightforward. Just go to your setting and then go to your screen time, and what you can do is you can set when do you want to lock your phone and what are the apps that you want to lock through this time frame. I basically lock every single app except my text message and phone. I actually put my phone under sleeping time, or I think it's called a bedtime, during my bedtime, so I don't even receive calls or text messages unless they're an emergency. As I mentioned, I wake up every day at 6:30, so I usually have at least 30 minutes to myself, and I go to bed every single day before 11. So that also gives me 30 minutes before I go to bed. I also have another extra app that I use to monitor my screen time and help myself to control how much I spend on my phone, which is called Forest. I am so obsessed with this app. They are so adorable, and I really would love for them to sponsor me. Hi Forest team. It's essentially an app that you can set your own timer. I usually set 55 minutes, and it's usually enough for me to complete one given task. And what the app does is that once you start your timer, it locks your phone, and if you feel tempted to look at your phone, the app will ask, are you sure you want to kill the tree that you were just starting to plant? The whole idea of the app is actually that they're building a virtual forest. I'm so sorry. The idea of this forest app is basically you plant your virtual little trees, and each tree that you plant is only grown if you don't interrupt your timer that you set out. So you can basically plant very many baby little trees, and apparently if you grow a certain number of trees, maybe a few thousands or 1,000 trees, forest app team actually go out there to plant an actual tree on earth. So it's good for you, it's good for the environment, and it's good for Mother Nature. Promise you, you will feel so much better once you learn really how to separate your life from your cell phone or your computer or your tablets. The third thing that I've been doing is journaling. And of course, I do that in the morning, but actually starting from 2 months ago, I also started just doing that throughout the day. What I mean by journaling is not necessarily you have to write a 2-page entry every single time when you do that, but what I mean in terms of conquering the negative thoughts and making sure you're always on high vibration, high frequency, and positive vibes is that you learn to journal down your thoughts. Journal down what happened that makes you unhappy, makes you stressed, makes you feel anxious or fearful. Then break apart what you wrote down and read through them. And then a lot of times, once you write down why you're so sad, why you're so emotional, why you're not happy with this, this all becomes so much more clear and so much more essential in the grand scheme of things, because a lot of times if you don't jot down and if you don't make a conscious note about what exactly went through in your mind at the moment, your life just becomes a blur. And as much as I advocate in staying present, living present, a lot of times you really can find such wisdom and such tremendous growth while you are reading through what you have went through in the past. And fourth thing I do is working out every single day. So first of all, you don't have to work out. You don't have to do it every single day, but you have to move your body. Either 5 minutes cardio, dance music, or 5 minutes walk around the block, 5 minutes around the park. The whole essence of this is you have to move your body and you have to get the negative thoughts or the things that you have been accumulated in your heart out. So what I do is actually working out. I work out pretty much every single day in the morning right after I wake up. But there are also days that I just listen to my body and I never ever beat myself up to it if I don't manage to work out that day. I know people who feel super guilty when they don't work out for 2 days or 3 days, and honestly, working out is really about making sure that your blood is circulated, your mind is staying clear and sharp, and you're feeling good about yourself. What I believe is that you work out so that you can appreciate what your beautiful body can provide you, versus that you work out so you punish the body or the things that you have done to your body, for example, eating burgers or fries, because there's nothing more transforming and uplifting than just move your body and allow different types of vibes and emotions circulate around you, and of course breathing out negativity and breathing in other positivity. Last and certainly not least, the thing that I do is self-affirmations. So if you don't know what is self-affirmation, it's basically something that you keep repeating to yourself, and that is supposed to feed more into your subconscious mind versus your conscious mind. So personally, I have different types of self-affirmations that I do. So the first kind is the generic ones that are third-party generated. I get them from YouTube or Spotify. There's a ton of resources out there, and there are basically different ones applied to different situations. I'm literally pulling up my self-affirmation playlist on my own Spotify here. So I have self-affirmations that are
helping with alignment throughout the day, helping with feeling positive and abundant. I have self-affirmations of feeling energized and focused and intentional. Affirmations for self-love and gratitude. I have self-affirmations for deliberate creation. I have self-affirmations for wealth and success.
You get the idea. So depending on what I feel like or what I really need to fit into my current situation, I listen to them. Another type of self-affirmations is my self-recorded one. You can just use your iPhone voice memo app, or you can also download some sort of apps that help you to organize them. So one app that I highly recommend is called Think Up, and what they do is that they allow you to record different types of affirmations. They can also allow you to set different tags, and then you can also put in background music of your own, and you can also set timer. There's something that is really wonderful about when you listen to your own voice and affirming yourself of your optimal results in different parts of your life. So definitely give it a try. Alright, that's it for today. I really hope that you guys are loving this video and start to apply whatever resonates with you the most, because everybody's different, but start small and it's never too late to start. And I promise you're on your way to become that human ray of sunshine in everyone's life. Always sending you so much love and light, and I will see you guys next time.